Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Lisa Zimmer here today. We're having a little internet and technology issues, so bear with me. All right. We are going to do a short and sweet video today. We are going to talk about doTERRA labeling for their essential oils. We're going to talk about the importance of getting an app or a book so that you have information at your fingertips beyond what doTERRA provides on the labeling. My printer's going crazy. Don't know why, so please disregard the noise in the background from that. I can't get it to stop. All kinds of technological things going on today. All right, so let's talk about labeling. Let's talk about ingestion. We are getting a lot of questions about when you can ingest an oil, when you can't, what's on the label, what's in the books, etc. All right, so I did a post in my Facebook group, Yay Oils Public Education. And there's some confusion on a few of doTERRA's newer oils that came out, as well as some oils that have come out in the past when labeling has changed or is going to change. So first of all, let's talk about tea tree. A few years ago, doTERRA changed the name of our tea tree oil. It was called Melaleuca, and now it's called tea tree. They're exactly the same thing, all right? It was just a something, I believe, to the effect of tea tree is more well known worldwide, and so it just made sense to change all the labels to tea tree. Melaleuca, as it was labeled, was always ingestible. When it was relabeled to tea tree, the ingestion was removed. Now, the oil in that case did not change, and it was approved for ingestion with labeling as Melaleuca, but it was not labeled for ingestion once the name was changed to tea tree. Now, there's a lot that goes into labeling that has nothing to do with the oils, nothing to do with doTERRA, but government guidelines, and they have to follow them. Now, how you choose to use that oil moving forward once the labeling changed is completely up to you. You can choose to follow the guidelines set by doTERRA, which is use tea tree topically and aromatically, or you can choose to use it however you see fit. I'm not saying one way is good or bad, all right? So my family does ingest tea tree on occasion when we are feeling under the weather. That is just a way that we've used it. The only oil we would do that with is doTERRA. We would never consider ingesting any other essential oil from any other company because, as we've proven in the last couple years, with every brand of oil being tested for purity, that doTERRA is the only oil completely pure in every category. All right, so I'm not going to harp on that today. We're going to talk about ingestion and labeling and making sure that people understand the difference. All right, I can't see your comments today for some reason, so let me hop on over and see. Right, so today I'm going to come back and I'll answer questions from the comments that aren't on this topic, but otherwise I'm going to stick to just this topic so we can save this video for the sole topic of labeling and ingestion. Okay, so next, let's talk vanilla. So Madagascar vanilla came out for doTERRA, and it's amazing. I know you're all using it, and we have ebooks out and recipe books and graphics and all kinds of information out and educational videos that talk about how to use it topically, aromatically, and internally, but it is not currently labeled as of October 2021 for ingestion. That particular case, doTERRA has given us a statement that they are working on relabeling it, all right, and that their intent for the U.S. market, as far as I know, based on statements that they've given us, is that it will be relabeled for ingestion. I'm going to continue to teach in this group the ways to use the oils per the label. All right, I just feel most comfortable with that. And what I want you to do is make sure you have an app or a book. I like to use Essential Life app, and I also use the Essential Life book. I don't have any affiliation with them at this time in October of 2021 to promote them. It's just a book that I've used for a while, and I feel it's very thorough, and it has a lot of additional supplemental information and education, and I'm going to go by what that book recommends for my family and personal use. The books and apps from the book and app companies have different information that is what on the doTERRA label and on the doTERRA website. A little education in how things work for the United States of America. When you sell a product, I like to use the example of walnuts, all right? So say I am a walnut company. Because I sell walnuts, I cannot tell you that eating walnuts can prevent heart disease, that they are heart healthy. As a seller of walnuts, I can only tell you what the FDA and the government allows me to tell you on my packaging. If you sell a non-pharmaceutical item, I cannot tell you without government approval that this product helps to prevent, treat, or cure any disease. So I can't remember how many years ago it was, 5-10 years ago, walnut companies were forced to remove from their packaging and repackage all of their walnut packages that walnuts can help prevent heart disease. And they had to change it to supports a healthy heart. Okay? The same thing with doTERRA. That's why when you look on our website, you're going to see that lavender is for calming and soothing and supporting healthy sleep. Very basic, generic terms. But if I open my book that is not written by doTERRA, it is written by a company that does not sell the oils, they can tell you what the oils really do. So for example, I'm Lisa Zimmer now and I don't sell walnuts. I can tell you that everyone should eat walnuts unless you're allergic for the healthy omegas, for healthy heart, and to help with prevent heart disease. They probably help with cholesterol. Because I don't sell walnuts, I can tell you that. So as a seller of doTERRA essential oils for doTERRA, I'm going to tell you how to use the oils based on the label and based on the website, all right? And then we want you to get your apps or books from the companies that don't sell oils. All right, let's talk about the difference between ingesting versus using topically and aromatically. Everyone is different. I did not ingest the oils for 6 months. I was afraid of doing that because I was not educated in the use of essential oils. I was not educated in the purity of doTERRA. I went from being extremely unhealthy. I won't go into my story here, but I was not able to work, was not able to care for myself. And after getting the essential oils, after being sick for 3 years, I got my life back after just 3 months. And I only use the oils topically and aromatically. I've changed my lifestyle to include a large amount of ingesting essential oils simply because I like it, it's convenient, and I can use a lot more oils at the same time by ingesting, using them aromatically, and applying them topically. I also really love our soft gels and supplements with the oils in them because it's convenient, right? So you can use the oils any 3 ways and you're going to get the health benefits. It's based on your preference. I have a friend who was not able to use the oils topically for at least 6 months because she had severe toxicity from a hazmat incident, and her body simply could not tolerate them internally. I'm sorry, topically. Sorry, topically. She could not put oils on her skin or she would get a skin reaction because of the health situation that she was in, right? She could not use them topically. She could only use them internally or aromatically, okay? It was 6 to 8 months before she used them topically, and she started at a 1% dilution. So for every 100 drops of coconut oil, she used 1 drop of essential oil. She used a 1% dilution for months. It was 2 years before she could use the oils topically normally. Okay? So she ingested more than anything else and used them aromatically. My dad had a situation with his liver. Again, I won't go into details about that. You can read more about his journey. And he needed liver support. And he has only ever used the oils topically to regain his health 100%. All right? He's never ingested the oils. Okay? There are people that can only ingest the oils and not use them topically. Everyone is different depending on their health situation, right? There's no reason to be afraid of any of them. There are aromatherapists who only promote using oils aromatically, smelling them, putting them in a diffuser, and using tools to help put the oils into the air versus putting them on the skin or internally. Right? You're going to find the ways that you want to use them that your family is most comfortable with. Okay? My family ingests a lot of oils. We have a lot of leaders historically in the company that have ingested a good majority of the oils. Okay? They were brought up that way. It's what they are comfortable with. Okay? But as an educator for this company and on these videos, I'm going to stick with how the labeling comes out from doTERRA, okay? And then the last thing I wanted to touch on, what was the last thing? I wanted to talk about, Tulsi Holy Basil, right? So Tulsi Holy Basil is a newer oil, and some education that we've received over the past year. We got it last year at convention, but supplies were limited, and now it's part of the regular line this year. People that have used Tulsi Holy Basil in the past have discussed how they've used it internally. It's only approved labeling for doTERRA for topical and aromatic use, right? So that's what we're going to make sure and promote here. If you've been using it other ways, that's completely up to you. You can do your own research. You can Google, you can use apps, etc. Now remember, there are different species of oils. So for example, a lot of people that have used oils for a long period of time may have ingested eucalyptus in the past. We also have blends that are ingestible that have eucalyptus in them. They're 2 different species of eucalyptus. Our doTERRA eucalyptus, the straight eucalyptus, is a species that is labeled not for ingestion, and it is not ingestible. So that's another reason we want to make sure that you refer to the labeling. The side of every bottle has whether it's ingestible, used for aromatic use, or topical use, right? And so you're going to find that I think almost every oil is used aromatically and topically, and then the only ones that are different are the ones that may or may not have ingestible directions on them, all right? So different species of a single oil can be used in different ways. So our pure eucalyptus as of October 2021 is not ingestible, but you will find that we may have some blends with eucalyptus on the label with a different species of eucalyptus that is ingestible, okay? All right, I want to keep that short and sweet and clear. I hope it wasn't too boring for you, but we want you to use the oils and feel comfortable using them, but we want you to decide how you're going to use them. We want you to be empowered with apps or books that are not written by doTERRA, but they are written to cover the doTERRA oils. And we want you to make sure that you're reading the labeling, reading the information on doTERRA.com, and coming to your own conclusion based on your own level of comfort. Following the labels 100% is always going to be 100% okay. I'll come back and answer questions later. People saw my post yesterday and kept texting me and messaging me, is something wrong? Is it bad that we've been ingesting these oils? Again, you're going to make that decision on your own. There is nothing wrong. I just wanted to be clear, and I want to be clear about how we're going to be moving forward in our videos that will be following the labeling guidelines. I'm going to follow the labeling guidelines for vanilla until that labeling is changed, all right? It's a lot of politics and red tape that go into labeling an essential oil, and unfortunately it takes a while. It takes a lot of money to get these labels approved, and sometimes it's most convenient to get approved for topical and aromatic to move that process along more quickly, and it might take a little longer to get something relabeled for ingestion, right? So there's a lot of factors that go into this labeling that have nothing to do with the actual ability to ingest or not ingest, all right? So we're just going to go by the labeling and do that moving forward for our educational videos. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. If you're looking to learn more about doTERRA business tips, I'm going to start my business video. We're going to talk about the labeling and ingestion and answer questions in there for business folks that do the doTERRA business. And I'm going to start that early today. I'm going to go ahead and start that at 12:30 Central Standard Time. So I will be over in Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips, and we're going to pop over there, talk about WWZD, talk about labeling information as well. All right, so we'll see you soon in Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips Facebook group. Thanks, everybody. I hope you guys have a great day, and it looks like my stop video button never loaded, so I don't know how to stop this video. A lot of website problems today. All right, I'm just going to log out of Facebook and hopefully it will repost. All right, bye everybody.